Hello and welcome back to Major League Spleef on MBS. I am Katie11231 from MBS Sports, live in Caravaca for Caravaca's home game against the Shadowpoint Republic. Here we have Caravaca on the left of your view, represented by Danny, and Republic on the right side, represented by Elite Neon players. Are you ready to begin?
Trusty Nay.
Danny, are you ready to begin? Alright. I will begin the timer. On screen to do so. Do you guys both hear the video?
That's affirmative.
The match will begin in 10 seconds.
You still don't hear Danny?
The tone, or when the video changes color. 5, 4, 3.
Okay. Danny, could you leave and rejoin the activity?
One.
Nope.
The match.
Nope, not from there, not from there. Come on. I hit this thing. Okay, 30.
The match will begin in 10 seconds.
Is it going now,
Start at
Danny?
the sound of the tone, or when the video changes color.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The match has started. There are 7 minutes remaining.
And we are off. Both teams in the first few seconds playing it a little bit conservatively. Elite Neon entrenching himself on the smaller side of the field, and then crossing over and digging another trench, splitting it into more islands. We are coming on the air just a few minutes after broadcasting Ellerton Fosby versus Winterside, which was a very exciting game to broadcast in Game 1, and Game 2 was a blowout that ended in a minute and a half. But this game...
quick, I think is the phrase.
This game, definitely a lot slower paced at the beginning than both of the other games that we just broadcast. Both of the teams seeming to play pretty defensively, which is something that we see pretty often in MLS. Usually that means a game goes down to or near the end of the timer, and a game that doesn't see any really big point numbers. But right now we are at the point where Winterside won 4-0 against Ellerton. That's an island reset. That was already an island when you did that, Elite. That point does not count. Players, are you ready?
Rhetoric Frederick.
3, 2, 1, go.
There are 5 minutes remaining.
5 minutes on the clock. The game still scoreless at 0-0. Still a defensive game there. For viewers who may be wondering, the reason why that last one didn't count as a point Neon is because the field was already islanded, which constitutes the game going out of play for a field reset, and thus any spleefing done while the field is officially an island does not count.
I gotta be honest, I just wanted to see if I could hit it.
Well, you sure
Apparently
did.
I could.
Yep.
And it did not.
Close enough to reach, it wouldn't have been close enough to jump across, and that's why it's an island. The official rule for island is 4 blocks. If there is no area where the players can come together without jumping over a 4-block chasm, then that is an official island and the field is reset. We are very close to an island right now. It is not an island yet, and now Danny is off of that almost island.
Islands in the stream.
Yeah, we got islands in the stream here. We got a bit of a river situation going on. Elite standing in the middle of Roosevelt Island there. And now they are both in Queens, and now they draw the border between Queens and Brooklyn.
Some would want that to be a wall.
There are
wouldn't
3
they,
minutes
Katie?
remaining.
No, I know, I have friends in Queens. I like them. I go to Queens for stuff. Queens is not a borough that we hate. You're thinking of Staten Island.
Oh, well, there's already a moat.
Yeah, true. Alright, that's an island. Reset. It's funny, because Staten Island is more geographically, wedged in with New Jersey than it is with, New York. Players, are you ready?
Staten Island.
3, 2, 1, go. 2:19 on the clock, the game remains scoreless.
We're scoreless and nowhere near Seattle.
We're scoreless in Caravaca. Just over a minute 30 on the clock, the game still remaining scoreless. I would say that the trench in the middle of the field looks kind of like a stroller. Say it looks like a wheelbarrow, depending on how you look at it.
Or and it's gonna look like
a skunk with a with its tail up. Just over a minute on the clock. The game still remains scoreless.
There is 1 minute remaining.
And we're now in the final 60 seconds of regulation. If the game remains scoreless, by the time the timer is up, the game is going to go into overtime. If the team is tied, if the teams are tied, the game goes into overtime, and that includes a 0-0 tie. The overtime is then sudden death.
There are 30 seconds remaining.
But looking at how this game is progressing and where we are right now, it seems likely that this game could very well be on its way into overtime. Elite Neon trying to see if Danny will take the bait there. He does not.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
And Danny doing the
2,
/sit command.
1. Stop playing. The main portion of the match has ended.
Players, are you ready
If
to
the
continue
score is
to overtime?
tied, the game will
I am
continue
ready.
into overtime.
I'm ready to Staten Island.
Overtime will begin in 20 seconds. If you need to take a break before overtime, pause the video now. Overtime will begin in 10 seconds. Start at the...
Pausing the timer so Danny can get a shovel. By the way, if you do /kit spleef, it'll give you a level that doesn't go down in durability. Alright, are you both ready to continue?
Twinks versus dolls.
Alright.
sound of the tone, or when the video changes color. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overtime has started. There are 3 minutes remaining.
Thank you, pre-transition me. And the rules for overtime, it is sudden death. Whoever scores the next point is the winner of the game. However, there is a 3-minute timer. If we reach the end of that 3-minute timer and no point has been scored, that is it. The game is an official tie. We are not at that point yet, but games can tie in MLS in the regular season, not in the playoffs. And the playoffs are coming up very soon, later this month, but when we get to the playoffs, you'll see how that works. For now, whoever scores the next point wins 1-0 in overtime, unless the timer reaches that end, in which case it's game over, official tie.
There are 2 minutes remaining.
Already a third of the timer elapsed for the overtime period, with now under 2 minutes to go. That is an island reset. Players, are you ready?
Nay.
3, 2, 1, go. .130 on the timer now. The game's still 0-0 in overtime. And we're coming up on a minute left.
There is 1 minute remaining.
Under 60 seconds to go in this game. It looks like the players are starting to be a little bit more offensive, mostly on the part of Shadowpoint, making a few offensive maneuvers there, but for the most part, this game's sticking with the status quo that it has had, and in 36 seconds, that is going to lead us directly into a tie. Or it won't.
30 seconds remaining.
That is the end of the game. That, right as we are hitting the 30-second mark, Caravaca manages to score a point after a failed offensive move by Shadowpoint. That means that Caravaca wins in overtime 1-0. I should note that a win in overtime is worth less in the standings than a win in regulation, but still worth more than drawing or losing. We are going to have the second game of the series coming up. It's going to be Shadowpoint's home game. Is it being played in Shadowpoint or is it being played in New Mackinac?
It'll be Shadowpoint.
Alright, so we'll be heading over to Shadowpoint for the Shadowpoint Republic's home game. That's coming up right after these commercial messages and a word from our newsroom. You're watching Major League Spleef on MBS.
I'm Sesh Penguin reporting for MBS News in Mirabel. Here's what's happening. A remote code execution exploit has been discovered in the Lightmatica mod, which MRT staff have described as a critical security vulnerability. The exploit affecting Lightmatica versions for Minecraft 1.21 and above allows malicious code to be executed on your computer while on multiplayer servers. MRT staff forwarded a message advising players to update Lightmatica to the latest version as soon as possible. No action is needed for members who do not use Lightmatica. Moraine City Refuge was unanimously promoted to premiere at this month's GSM, with all 12 voting staff members voting in favor. Refuge is the second city promoted to premiere in 2026 after Pixel in March. Ox River, owned by Genty Order, was also considered at the GSM but wasn't promoted. Also at the GSM, Tonster was considered for conductor but was not promoted, with 5 votes in favor, 5 neutral votes, and 2 votes against. And staff decided at the GSM that functioning helicopters must be either attached to the ground or otherwise accessible in survival without flying, such as via a ladder. Towns of all ranks can have any number of decorative helipads and helicopters. J Sparrow 77's Amazing Race filmed its first session on June 27th, with dozens of players joining to participate in the race. The race is being filmed and will be edited and released to J Sparrow's YouTube channel. Players not participating or spectating were asked not to join the server during the event, and non-race related world edits were restricted. The first session began in Caravaca and ended in Kazushima. The race continues on August 8th. An extension of the A76 highway from Blackfriars to the A6 east of Deadbush opened on July 1st. Built by Meloqueen, the extension bridges a previously missing link in the road network and connects cities including Bird Hall and Haska to the New World Road network for the first time. An MRT survival server run by head admin DNA Master 10 opened on June 17th and is active throughout the summer. It's the second year in a row DNA has hosted a summer survival server, following the one in 2025. The server is open to all MRT members, and details on how to join are listed in the Survival Announcements channel in Discord. And the Continental Hockey League's debut season is underway. Run by Alpha DS, CHL is an ice hockey league for a version of ice hockey using baby hoglins as pucks and iron golems as goaltenders. The Barberton Bears, represented by Bobby Gammer, are currently leading the league standings as of July 16th. That's the latest from MBS News. I'm Sesh Penguin at PBC North in Mirabel. Now back to Major League Spleef.
Welcome back to Major League Spleef on MBS. We are live in Shadowpoint at the Virus Memorial Stadium for the Shadowpoint Republic's home game against Caravaca. I definitely memorized the name of the stadium and did not just read it off of a sign that is in the shot right now. Players, are you ready to begin Game 2?
Staten Island.
Watch together broke again. Do you want to leave and rejoin, Danny? Alright, I'm gonna...
Instructions on screen.
No, not there. Come on. It's working for you, it's playing?
The match will
For me,
begin in
it's playing.
10 seconds. Start
Okay.
at the sound of the tone, or when the video changes
Second.
color. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The match has started. There are 7 minutes remaining.
And now for Game 2 of the series. Game 1 was a pretty defensive and not very active game, and that is a point for...
No, we both
Shot.
went down.
You went down... I will double check the VAR.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that a pause.
Yeah, no, I just double checked this. Danny was like fully all the way down in the water. Like the game was basically already out of play before you. I would
Yeah,
call
alright
that,
then.
I would call that a point for Shadowpoint.
I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I honestly thought I went
Alright.
first.
You definitely did not. Wait, in case I'm gonna double check the VAR again.
Well, if Dan says so, then thank you, Dan. That's very generous.
Sorry, I'm stopping the timer.
I had it stopped at 6:28 on my end. 6:26.
6:26. Okay, I'll resume it from 6:26. This is an official timer. And yeah, I just checked the VAR again. That is definitely.
Lundy's not going to be very happy about that one, but.
That is definitely a point for Caravaca. No, for Shadowpoint.
Oh yes. Oh, that's right. We have to cut the vines. Yes.
All right, where are we? Where did you say we're resuming from? 6:26.
6:26.
All right, I'm gonna set it back to there. Players, are you ready to resume?
I am Staten Island.
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So that is an early point for the Shadowpoint Republic. I think that was definitely a borderline call. Generally, if both players are spleefed down, that is considered a draw, even if one goes before the other. But that was there was a pretty long amount of time that elapsed between, and now it's a tied game. A long enough time elapsed.
Staten Island.
That I ruled it a point. Players, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 5:26 on the clock. Reminder for our MBS viewers, the timer that you see in the corner of your screen at the top right, that is not the official MLS timer. That is a visual aid for our MBS viewers and is an approximation of the official timer. The official timer that is running in a video being played and watched together in Discord during this game.
There are 5 minutes remaining.
Is the official authoritative timer. And another point for Shadowpoint.
Say that 10 times drunk.
Players, are you ready?
Staten Island.
3, 2, 1, go. I could say that 10 times, but I can't say that drunk because I'm sober. As in, alcoholism runs in my family, and I prefer not to test it.
Very serious family revelations here on this broadcast of Major League Spleef, as we have a Spleef game going on.
Yeah. And I can tell that I inherited all of that, even if I haven't touched alcohol. I definitely inherited the kind of tendencies that would lead someone to be an alcoholic. So, yeah. We're tied again! Players, are you ready?
Floyd Bennett Field.
3, 2, 1, go. And Elite, I was virtually at Floyd Bennett Field yesterday. I wasn't actually there, but I rode a bus. I was taking a bus to and then from the Rockaways that went straight past Floyd Bennett Field on Flatbush Avenue. So yeah, I was basically just there yesterday, 24 hours ago. Caravaca takes the lead again with a 2-3 score. Players, are you ready?
Bedminster.
3, 2, 1, go. I wasn't in Coney Island yesterday, but I was east of Coney Island.
There are 3 minutes remaining.
I took the Q35 bus to get to the Rockaways to go to the gay beach at Jacob Rees.
I think I have to put that one on my bucket list.
I would recommend it. It's a fun beach. I mean, I didn't really have the best beach day yesterday for reasons that are external to the actual beach itself, but, you know, I've had plenty of good experiences there, and I'm definitely going to go again. Danny hopping off of that island. I say island with a lowercase I. Not an official island. Now that's what I call an official island. Reset. 2:14 on the clock. Caravaca in the lead, 3-2. Players, are you ready?
City Island.
3, 2, 1, go. Wow, Danny, I'm in NYC right now. 4-2 for Caravaca.
Fire Island.
Players, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I am technically on Long Island, because the New York City boroughs of Brooklyn and Queens are on Long Island, although people from Long Island, aka Nassau and Suffolk, will get mad at you if you say that.
I think people from Nassau and Suffolk will get mad at you for anything.
True. And I mean, Suffolk voted for Trump, so why am I going to listen to them? 5-2 for Caravaca. Match point. Players, are you ready?
Montauk.
3, 2, 1, go. It's now a match point for Caravaca.
There is 1 minute remaining.
As we are now past the 1 minute mark, there is less than 60 seconds remaining on the clock. And that is the game.
A disappointing series for Shadowpoint, but there's always next season, as we say in Southeast Michigan.
That is a 6-2 victory for Caravaca away. That means that Caravaca has swept the series with 1 regulation win and 1 overtime win. Congratulations, Danny, for that. That concludes all of the Major League Spleef coverage that we are going to have for you today. But Major League Spleef will continue on MBS whenever it continues. I don't have any exact time frames on when the next broadcast will be, but stay subscribed to our channel and get notified when we're live. And of course, you can watch all of the games on demand as well. With that, from MBS Sports in Shadowpoint, I'm Katie11231, and you've been watching Major League Spleef on MBS.